Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to continue on with Appaloosa Plains. I am Robbie of the McFly variety, and I'm excited to continue on this city. This is going to be a lot of fun being able to watch this slow build. Now there was something that I took note of. Where is it at? Where is it? Our starter. I don't believe we're on the edge of electricity. No, we are not, and neither are we on the edge of water. So, you know, honestly, do I want to keep it just for the sake of keeping it now? Yeah, we're keeping it. All right. I like the idea of that kind of being like a note from the beginning days when it was immediately obsolete. Now, we got 65,000 in the bank. We need some industrial. We need some commercial. What I'm thinking, I don't really know what I'm thinking yet. We could easily continue this, and I could start up the official. Well, what's supposed to be the official highway. I don't know what I want to call these. But it has about 4 blocks of space between them. Space already. That's the electrical thing, isn't it? Yep. And it connects there anyway. Let's go ahead and delete that. Let's go ahead and put the correct direction without sidewalks. No, I want it to be kind of pretty. So we could even go as far as to, like, I don't know if I want to put a park in between them, but there's the other one. You know what? We're gonna continue on that. So let's start there today. We're gonna. I hate that. It's not my favorite thing. Alright. What point do I want to start turning? Yeah, I think that's pretty good right there. And nope. Looks good to me. Now, the only thing left is to kind of level this space out. I'm cool with this front bay being lower than the general population. It's like kind of like a set in protections. I don't know how do I want to refer to that. It's not like a dam or like a flood wall. It's not really a flood wall because it's not really a wall. So I'm not sure what I would call that, but I think this little bit of rise here adds intrigue and doesn't make it so consistent. And it makes sense that maybe this area would be overly built due to the industrial space being here. Let's go ahead and unlock our unlock. Oh. And then in a space, probably disconnect that. So what we'll do is we take this. No, wait, hold on a second. How do I do this again? Okay, without trying to lock it onto the center there, right? So we go here and here, because we don't want the crossing traffic. And then we'll take this. Do we need to? Not really, but we're still going to do it. I'm going to take this. Get them to kind of touch each other just a little bit. Come in with this and square off our corners. I'm also going to turn off crossings because there's not really supposed to be crossing here. Like this is kind of industrial roadway kind of space, and if I feel so inclined, I can always add in specific spots for crossing. But the idea here usually has 3 lanes into 2. Let's see what turning this into 1 does, and maybe I can even go as far as 2. Yeah, I think I like this. Because I've never seen that much traffic on a lot of this anyway. Did I even do that? Yes, I did. I never see that much traffic on this kind of place. These fishing industries anyway, they really do not generate a lot of traffic. So we're gonna take advantage of that. That is not cute. I do not like that little weird clipping. Is that at all of the spots? Just the one. Okay, let's see if we can handle that. Yeah. The turn's still there. I'm happy with it. And then we just now generally I would probably come through and even tell it it's not allowed to change lanes, but I'm wondering if I want to do something like this. It kind of makes sense for logical, like, you know, not too dense kind of space. Here's a little thing in case no one's realized this while using it. If you're going to use chevrons, excuse me. If we're going to use chevrons, start at one of the back corners, holding down Alt, and come forward to the point that you want to the chevrons to come to, and bring it around. And then change it off to chevron, and now it's doing this. Alright, so we'll do the same thing here, just for continuation. I'll even show you guys how it, why did I do that? Let's see here. Actually, this one, we're gonna do differently. So, say I start at the point, and bring it back here to this point, and then change this to chevron. See how it's coming from this corner right here, the second corner I did? And that's how that works. When it comes to chevrons also, they should be, these points should be facing towards the driver. So, because they're separating traffic here, they'd go this way, but because they're bringing traffic together here, they go that way. I feel like that should make sense. So, and we'll just continue. You know what? We're just going to copy and paste that. So I'm not trying to have an hour video every single time, but I think some extended videos are definitely good for fun. Definitely would love some good feedback on how everybody else feels about that. Alright, and then with this here, I'm thinking, let's go ahead and do this point. Yeah, we're going to do this point, turn that around, right? And we're going to reinvent this. Now, I want them to go... We have good money, I just don't want to go spend it all on this. Turn off. Let me figure out what I'm doing here, game. Because this will come out like this. And then if we start using... our node controller, I think that doesn't look half bad once we get some more of the lines figured out. And maybe even turn this in just a little bit. Yeah. I want to trade this road out. Now, I could trade it out for this. Yeah, that's nicer. Let's do that. I was just thinking without parking. But this could be just as, yes, delete, just as nice. And maybe we can put, I've yet to try out pavement on this solid. Let's do that. And then we'll come back and we'll just delete the lines themselves while leaving everything else there. And then the pavement should look like it's free floating. Oh, go back, get rid of that clipping. Yep, there we go. Oh, and now it's clipping there. Well, that's interesting. There you go. Just fiddle with it. Alright, we bring our... Now the real question here is, because this is an inbound point, do I don't think so. Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I don't think I do that. Get our chevron in. I just like a good chevron. I think they look really realistic. Which is the point. That's why they were designed the way they were. That might be a silly thing to say. How does this look? I somehow saw that coming. There we go. There we go. And then as a final part to this, put that there and that there. Alt S for myself. I'm gonna Alt S these. Just because I want that specifically to work the way that works, but they can both they can change lanes here. In fact, do we go ahead and turn that on? Yeah, I also just realized. Let's get my time traffic lights. If you found that yours are turned off for some reason, they're right there. I don't know why the latest update's done that, but it has. So, it is what it is. I'm going to let that be our only entrance for right now, and then when we get somewhere far, like, maybe this would be a good point. So, like, let's get our, let's get all of this level. Right there. And let's throw in another... Well, we look like we've leveled up. What do we have around here again? A lot of shellfish. Do we have the shellfish? No. We need 2 million units of caught fish. Although it looks like we're getting there pretty quickly. What else do we have around here? Is that salmon? Are we calling that salmon? Yeah, because the orange is anchovy. So there's salmon, there's anchovy. You know what? I think we just go with general fishing still. I think that's our best bet for right now. Now, if we're trying to put a point here, I'm going to bring it farther down. Move it again. Let's get our road here. There we go. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and do this just to get an idea of what it looks like. There we go. Interesting. I might have to do a little bit of a rise somewhere in here. That'll be okay in the future. A little bit of terraforming. There it is. And get it down a little bit more. I don't know how realistic this is, but we're gonna just go with it. And like we said, this would all be constructed space, right? So this being even land, it just kind of makes sense. Let's get one more fishing pier so we have an idea exactly how this part will go. Yep. My thing's not... Yeah, they're on. Just weirdly not showing. That's interesting. What if, instead of all that... Calm down. I'm thinking the same thing about this music, man. I know it's not loud on y'all's side, but over here, this is getting extensive. Lies and slander. It is totally loud on y'all's side. I have already fixed this in game. I apologize. This will never happen again. No. There it is. So then we know for a fact we have a perfect... Yep. And our combined nodes, our link, what is it, union nodes. Go ahead and unlock our fishing piers and get their nodes changed, or their roads changed in. Cool. And then I'm thinking, where do we want to put our next? Right here. Let's say this direction and this direction. Bring him in. Bring him in. Oh, let's go ahead and change these first. That way we can take care of everything all at once. Alright. Oh, and still forgot to turn off my... That seemed like it acted weird. Alright. Last little bit before we worry about some lines. Let's go ahead and level this up. And see, I like this little sheer cliff coming off. I think this will be really nice. I can put... Well, it gets thinner over here, but I can put something kind of nice there. And that's not a terrible incline. It's not the best incline either. Maybe this one spot kind of comes up. In fact, it already looks like it's going down. So, just as a way of like doing incline, decline to it. I don't think that looks too bad. And it kind of makes sense for how it works. Before we leave it, we are going to give it a different type of road. I kind of figured something in here made sense. So this is a major road that does connect to the highway, and that's why it's preferred. Is this too much? It might be exactly what we need, though. Or can we find one without parking on it? Or do we just block off the parking? Parking off. Leave me alone. Come in here with lines. Literally block it off as unallowed. Ooh, that doesn't look good though. Chevron's not actually looking that great either. Maybe we just block it off. What do we have? Trees. Trees could be a part of the whole thing here. Okay, I like that a lot. Turn off crossings. Open it up a little bit. And slope it. Alright, there's a... What do we got in pavement? Do I just take it up and make it a wall? I feel like this is much higher than it used to go. What is... No, that's not happening. That's barely acceptable. Okay, so at this point now we have our end piece here, which has the opportunity to extend out that way and this to turn into one of these. But as of right now, we're not doing that. And we have two of these turnaround points. So if someone's coming from here and needs to get here, they can come down, go around, and hit that. And if they're trying to get back out here or over here, they can always take this all the way through and up there. Which does remind me, I think we need to worry about some... Yeah, I think we're going to prioritize the inbound because that's a small amount of space to just sit in. And we might need to slope that. Okay, good call. Alright, so we got some fishing industry going. These guys don't have anywhere to go. And where's our next main road is right here. I might make that connection, I might not. We'll see what happens in the future. But I think for right now, it's just a good idea to go ahead and close that off. And see what continues forward. Let the fishing industry do their thing for a second. Now, I am forgetting this. Okay, and I think we'll go ahead and hit play. Let's see what, see, oh, wait, am I also forgetting water? And I will explain myself. I have a feeling that because this is going straight to one building, it's not like taking care of a whole space of zoning, it makes more sense for water to be taken directly to the building, even if it is under just regular roads here, because there's not going to be zoning here. So if they need to get to that water pipe, realistically, they can just dig up the ground that's not covered with a home. Something here is deciding it's... Oh, okay, yeah. And I wonder at what point do we do that? Okay, so let's see here. In other developments in the city, I think... Let's think about industrial real quick. Where does industry need to go? This is oil, I believe. Yeah. Not sure I want oil in the city. What's the typography, right? Decently flat. It's actually not a bad spot for industry to be, though it is right here next to this and our park. And I was kind of thinking a nature reserve. On the last video, I had a friend comment about theme parks, which made me think, like, what if I took kind of a pier space from like this height and brought it out, and then did like a smaller theme park kind of concept. But then again, do fishing towns? Oh yeah? That would explain that. There we go. I think that's gonna be a future development idea. We may cut out some stuff here to make that happen. Like, it'd be cool if I, like, maybe even depending on how tall the land up here gets, and I don't know if I should bridge or tunnel something like at that height. Just wouldn't make sense. It'd probably make more sense to just terminate it, turn it in, and then start a different fishing industry somewhere else. Unless I brought the land up higher than it is, and we can just bring the quay wall up to another quay wall. That could be really interesting to see how it works out. But like I said, future development. We did spend a nice chunk of change on that, but it's not hitting the industry as much as I wish it would have. Alright, so I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and get some more land developed here. More so in the idea of trying to get more industrial space. I'm thinking if industrial filled this space right in here a little bit nicer for farming, because I believe we have farming there. We have a dash of farming, but if we put the industrial aspects of farming right here, that's within good proximity to each other. It's still got its highway going through. And I think we should. I'm going to try to keep in mind keeping space here, because one day this highway might expand. We might have an entire other branch, or not branch, but another like piece of road that's going the opposite direction, and this will turn into a one direction instead of a two-way. And then I'm thinking, as I progress up this, yeah, this right here is a decently flat space, but I'm going to keep in mind that I'm going to want to use this, maybe even switch back it, to get up into here, into this giant flat space we have up here that will most likely become like a metropolitan in the future builds. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so we're back from a bit of a time lapse. I'm leaving industrial dirt roads for now. I will upgrade those eventually. Just right now, I'm gonna let them be. But I couldn't upgrade this and not upgrade these. That just felt dumb. So now we have ourselves a nice bike one-way scenario going on here. Just in and out. Maybe we could do something with that in the future. Not really sure. It might just be exactly what it is right there. Just something for a little bit more intrigue in the way our system works here. Now, I do notice that... Was it 2 L's? Yeah. That did not stick. And Terrell is a good friend from work who was just so excited, so very excited that I started up this YouTube channel and that I was doing something like this. He had said it's good to see people who have a better chance at like a future do something with it and like really go the extra mile to work for something that they want. I really appreciated his words of kindness with that. He's even gone as far as to get his kids to subscribe because they're really big into watching gamers. So if you are Terrell or his family, thank you so much for your support. This area is named after you or your father. It will expand some out. I might bring it around here, so on and so forth. But it's a nice, calm, and just kind of like a little bit more of a backwoods space. Now, once the houses fill in, we'll actually put the backwoods in there. But until then, what we're thinking here is what do we really have here? I think a heavy traffic ban makes sense. We can go ahead and remove that from the road itself. And yeah, that right there. It doesn't affect highways, I don't believe. But we'll go ahead and get rid of that just in case it does. Heavy traffic ban and encourage biking. It's a good one. Probably just go straight for electric cars, and we'll let that be where it's at. And then let's get some. This is not going to fill in this space first with the amount of residential we have. It'll go straight for this industrial most likely. So let's see what we get developed. Y'all already coming out here for something. Yep, I knew that. Straight for the industrial. While we're here, let's do some traffic management. If this is supposed to be a main route through, then maybe we can go even as far as to... Let's take that back 2 segments for the left turn lanes. There we go. Yeah. If you want to go that direction, you're going to need to take the left turn lane or go straight. It just kind of, it lines up correctly anyway. We'll blow that up to about 15. Not a big fan of this crossing in here, or this X-shaped thing, but that's due to the way. Well, maybe I can figure that out in the future. Because this will be a bit more permanent for quite some time, we'll go ahead and put some lane markings down. And yeah, just like that. Now they don't look amazing. Let's see, what can we do? Take that down to 1 and I'm okay with that. Bring that in, bring that out, copy, and paste. I'd say that looks pretty good. Now, I don't want to put traffic lights here just yet. So let's put some yield signs, give the highway right of way like they should have. Here, we'll go ahead and turn off that. You can only take a right turn out. But let's let these people turn in. And then this would also be a main point. As for right now, it's not. But I still want to allow all the traffic to move as they please. So let's go for just That's a stubby one. Just take the little bit of a hit on cash with that. Yeah, we'll stick with the 1. Get our turn lanes going in correctly. And you know what? Just for sake of handling problems before they happen, these are both supposed to be nicer entrances. So let's get the tree line one that I have here. Turn that around. Turn that around. And right back at it. Left turns only. Alright. There we go. Oh! Again. Alright, cool. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Put our lane markings there. Lane markings here. Cool. Right turns only. And another set. Oh! You're connected. Did you just get connected? You're not actually connected. Alright. This will just be for now. Do we have other ones we're not actively using? Even though we really don't need to be worried that much about it. Building? Yeah, building. No, we're using that one. Okay, you know what? We're not doing too bad on money. Let's just pin that there. And get back to the growth. Of course. Okay. I love these European suburbia houses. They're nice, they're small, they give a slight country vibe to them, even though they are European suburbia. But they're nice, and they kind of they suit each other. That's what I like the most about them. When you get into this, well, that just looks like nonsense sitting next to that, and that just to that. And this actually is all the college houses, but they don't really look that good either. It's just such a waste. I forgot a lot of water pipes. There we go. And as you can tell, that really killed the industry need, which is a good thing. And I guess while we're here just waiting on a little bit of growth, we can go ahead and get some trees in. Now we definitely need some block. Can I get the bigger one? Thank you. The blockage of trees here. I don't believe we put any. No. So we'll let that be another. Oh, sewage. All right. Where did we get? When did we get this? 32,000, and we're at 6,000. Okay, so we'll be a while before we get anywhere near that. Here's the eco one. The green alternative. While the eco water outlet is quite expensive, it helps purify the water let out of it. Pollution is reduced, but not wholly gone. The outlet lets out polluted water from the sewage system. It needs a water pump to supply the system with water. Requires electricity and a pipe connection. Most of that is obvious, but it's also just straight up letting out. How is this got zero pollution? That doesn't really make sense. Where's the advanced one? Is that in here? The thing that, yep, right there. 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 The thing that Floating garbage collector. Options. I think we have no real options, honestly. So, at what point do I create a sewage? Nope, wrong one. Ah, that does go outside. At what point do I create a sewage plant? I think I wait. It might be better to wait, but where do I place the sewage for right now? Or do I go for building the makeshift? That is a big incline. I don't want that in the middle of there, though. I don't really like this. But I gotta do what I gotta do. And unfortunately, this is what I'm gonna have to do. Because I'm not pumping water out into the water, especially since we're fishing out of it. We're not gonna become that town. So yeah, a lot of pollution back here, but it's just gonna have to be what it is. Now, stop that. Come on. When does it start? There it goes. Handled. And at what point do I stop using water towers and just go straight for the pump in? I'm not sure how I feel about it right here. But then again, it would create more wave. And at least it will kind of make sense in that it's got a direct connection to like the road, so it can be worked on. But it also destroys views. When do I get that one? 16,000. Maybe it would make more sense. That has noise pollution, doesn't it? It's also near that. So let's put this in the middle of this, where this noise pollution exists. I thought so. How much of water availability did that help out? Not very much at all, did it? And then I know that this is a bunch of trees right where I said I'm gonna put a highway. The highway's coming well down the line, so should be good for quite a while. I just want trees. I like tree-lined highways. I think they just look nice. Alright. Now, while we're waiting on growth, we got commercial here that's really wanting. Let's do this check. Didn't think there would be much of a problem with that. Okay. What do we want to get done next? Alright, pause. We're gonna split this into 2 episodes. So it'll be 2 and 3. I'm sorry, guys. As you can see right there, I pulled like 10 separate clips. We only made it through 5 of them, and we're already at 45 minutes. So thank you guys for watching this. I'm not gonna put you through an hour-and-a-half video. You know, watch this at your own leisure. I want you to enjoy it. So thanks for watching this one. I'm excited to see you guys back for the second one. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you soon.